Wow. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? It looks like we're live, Mona.
All righty.
So, are we connected everywhere? Probably everywhere but my computer.
Yep.
Or my.
Facebook. We're ready to go.
All right. Let me just see if I can get. Let me do one thing here. We are Black Independence. Should be live. Ooh, wow. Look at us. Copy link. Go into my thing area. Command V. Post. All right, I'm going to do a countdown. I probably should have been doing the countdown while I was doing that, but here we go. Media.
Black Independent, where we speak truth to power, unapologetically.
For too long, the black vote has been treated like a given, but we're not property. We're not pawns. We are the descendants of those who built this nation. And now, we're demanding tangibles, not tokenism, because the era of blind loyalty is over. This is the Black Independent. Let's get to work.
Hey, everybody. I want to welcome everybody back to the Black Independent. I'm Jeannette, and today in this conversation, we're going to talk about shifting how we show up this holiday season. So before we dive in, here's a quick summary of what this episode is about. We're not canceling Christmas. Let me repeat that. We are not canceling Christmas, but we're reframing it as a season of resistance, moving from street marches to money moves. This is about using our collective economic power to push back against overconsumption, exploitation, and the white-owned corporations that profit from our struggles.
And I'm Mona, and together we're going to unpack what this new kind of resisting look like, how it connects to our history, and how we can make Christmas 2025 the moment we take our power back.
Hey, y'all, I wanted to ask you to take a minute to listen to a short video that I have that's really talking about how we have in the past shown up for Christmas. So if you give me just a second, I'm going to add to the stage and just take a listen. It's going to be a little comical, but really not quite so funny.
Approach. So there was a man that decided to camp out in front of Best Buy because he wanted to be the first one out there for Black Friday. And it's really, to me, ridiculous, but let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Nobody is as prepared as this guy. This is number one in line. This is Jarvis Johnson. Don't forget his name. Jarvis, why are we camped out already?
Because they got great deals on Black Friday, and I want to be number one in line, which I am number one already.
So take us inside your digs. I mean, this is not your typical tent setup. I mean,
are y'all ready?
Oh,
come on
this
in,
is like we're on cramps right
in.
now. Look at this. I love this. Okay, so give us the grand tour.
Okay, so right now, this is my grand tour. I have my microwave right here. I have my TV right here. I have my ice chest with my food in it. I have my table. I have my electricity.
You got some Wi-Fi in here?
I ain't got no Wi-Fi. I'm trying to get some out here.
Next step. All right. You got Eduardo. You got your friend here, Eduardo.
Yes.
Keeping you company. Okay, and you've also got a bed here.
I got a bed.
The man's got to sleep.
Man's got to sleep, and he got to sleep comfortable.
You got to sleep comfortable. Okay, so how did you get this idea to camp out a full week before Black Friday?
I have been doing it for 8 years, and I've gotten smarter every year. The early bird gets the worm, and I'm an early bird, so I got the worm. So
you are. And how do the Best Buy folks feel about this?
They've taken it really well. You know, they've been really nice, really polite. They allow me to stay out here No problems, and I just hope to have a good time out here.
Now, for any shoppers on Black Friday, what are some of your expert tips?
To get here early, and
Not as early as you.
not this early, but I say get here early because the early bird gets the worm, and so the earlier you get here, the better chance and guarantee that you already get something that you really, really want.
Now, you have more skills than just standing in line for good deals. You are also a freestyle rapper. Give me a little rap about Black Friday.
Check it out. I hope you like the price because they very, very nice. I'm doing what I do. I'm trying to get a TV just for you. Oh, $149 for a 49-inch. I hope you like the TV because I like it too. Oh, there we go.
Yes, I love it. You are great. Well,
Okay, so Mona, take it from here.
Oh, wow. Welcome back to Black Independent. I'm Mona.
And again, I am Jeannette.
All right, listen, I did see it, but I don't think I saw the whole thing because I noticed two things on here. He's out there a week early, and he said $149 for a 49-inch TV. How much do TVs cost? And I mean, you know, TVs are on sale all the time. So
they are, and that is
we have to wait till they dictate. If we don't show up for Black Friday, and who was that kid with him? I couldn't tell.
Some little friend. I think he said your little friend here or something like that. But I think that yes, in the past we were showing up and celebrating and getting there at like 4 a.m. to stand in line. But he's a whole week ahead. This is how seriously we took giving our money away. So I just wanted to make that point. But you make the good point of there are sales throughout the year. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we can be more intentional in our spending and not be directed by corporations. So,
yeah, when I saw it the first time, I thought maybe he was somebody that they were paying to hype it up. But I was like, well, no, I'm sure they're not paying him to be out there a week early.
Nope.
And
He's doing that.
Do we have a job?
He may have taken a vacation day. So I'm telling you, that's how serious Black Friday has been for the Black community. And this is a time where white corporate America, this is an important day for them.
Yeah, well, I'm taking it too serious. Where is he taking a bath at, and where is he using the bathroom? Because he has this whole kitchen set up.
You are taking it too serious.
And why do we have to be the clowns?
You are taking it too serious.
I'm taking it too serious. I have like, okay. I didn't even really listen to it because I did see it because I look at the field, you know. But Jesus, a whole week. All right. Yeah. Well, look. Come on, guys. As of today, Christmas is 78 days away. Kwanzaa is 79 days away from today. Kwanzaa runs for 7 days, ending on January the 1st, 2026. In this episode, we're not talking about canceling Christmas or Kwanzaa. We're talking about reclaiming it, reframing the season as a mark of Black resistance.
Yeah. So, How
do you like that?
I like the whole reframing. But I want to reiterate yet a third time. It's not about canceling Christmas, y'all. It's about how do we reframe it so that it makes sense for us. Given the climate that we're in, I think it's time, or this may be an opportunity where we can actually come together and do something of significance. So it's time for Black people as a group to move different. This is us going from street marches. Remember the days when we would gather into the streets and we would march, to money moves. And I think the money moving is going to have a significant impact. it's a very, very different kind of resistance than I think we're used to thinking about. So when we have collectively moved our dollars, and I want to speak in a way that people really get where we're going on this, when we moved our dollars away from white-owned businesses, it has always made the difference. Our goal is to lodge a clear stand against big box stores like Target and Walmart, against overconsumption or buying a whole bunch of stuff that we really, really don't need, and against an economy that leaves too many of us behind, especially now with so many job losses and uncertainties with this administration. I just want us to really think about that. So we can't be sure about anything right now except our protest economically. We can be sure about that. We are not boycotting joy, family, or tradition. We're boycotting exploitation and giving our hard-earned dollars to the wealthy white oligarchs. I want to say oligarchs. And these are the corporations, which are generally not owned by us. Instead, we're preparing for the tough times ahead, and many more of us will have ahead that many more of us will have beginning next year. It's coming. So families are going to fall through the cracks with no social safety nets. And we're hearing about it in the news, folks. So I want us, as we talk about where we're going, to really understand really where we're going. So let me set it up a little bit with a backdrop. So here's what we know. This is what we know already. So 2025 has brought a government shutdown. We're experiencing that right now. Layoffs, we've already heard about, especially 300,000 professional Black women that have lost their jobs since the beginning of the year, and some real threats to the middle class. Families are already being squeezed. So over the next 78 days, we know this, big box stores like Target and Walmart are going to try to get us back with deep discounts. So once we start boycotting them, they're going to do everything within their power to get us back. So you're going to see electronics go way down, toys, household goods, all of it. But already this year, their sales have been softening. All right. And the boycotts have already cost them billions. Each of us knows where we shop. In each case, we are suggesting that you move different this holiday season. But we also know one key fact, specifically Target. They lost over $12 billion in the market value in a single week earlier this year due to a boycott action. Hats off to Pastor Jamal, I think it's Jamal Bryant. And Walmart has seen repeated dips in foot traffic and web traffic on coordinated protest days. So what's the lesson for us? We already know it works. We can move markets when we move together.
Yes. And someone put on Facebook, Target have the AirPods at 50% off. That's how they know. That's how we know they're 50% off. Okay,
they're coming for you. They're coming for our dollars. They're coming.
And we have to ask ourselves, is that something we need? Is it something you need? Not wants. Maybe we could cut back on some of our wants and only get what we need.
Yeah.
And we got to look. We got to show these people money moves look like. Quiet but powerful. When we stop feeding the system has to adjust, and that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to make them adjust. This is the new protest. We are turning from the streets to the stores, deciding where our money goes and who it empowers.
So just remember, I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to say, and if we keep doing the same thing, it's why they keep doing the same thing. And we when we think about what we did with George Floyd, we just didn't carry out long enough. And we're going to have to do this different. We're going to have to do this different. We're already doing one thing different. We're not protesting. And now we're going to have to start protesting and continue to protest with our dollars, because I know I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, I would never go back to Target," and and I'm pretty much that way too.
I am
Yeah, I
too.
decided to boycott the CVS, not all CVS, just the CVS here. And do you know, from the time I said it, I might have gone in there once or twice, and that
Yeah.
had to be about 10 years ago.
Yeah. Wow. That long?
Mhm. Yeah. And it's convenient because it's, you know,
I know
it's
how
literally right,
convenient.
it's
And
it's
that's
literally right outside my door. But yeah,
and that is the
so
issue, the one of convenience, and us deciding, back to the bus boycotts back in the 50s. Once we decide, we have to understand the convenience. We have to forego. We have to be inconvenienced. Excuse me. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So when
yeah,
we say that we are, when they say, and they're going to say this, they're boycotting Christmas. How dare they boycott Christ and Christmas and whatever else? They're going to say it. They're going to attack us. That's not what we mean, and you know that, and you have to be able to speak to that. We're boycotting the shopping trap that they've set for us, the endless spending on things we don't necessarily need at stores
mhm,
that don't serve us, by supporting candidates who vote against our interests. Like Mona said earlier, we are reframing Christmas, and that's where we're going. That's what we're doing. We're reframing Christmas.
reframing and reclaiming it, for African Americans our way. Now, did you hear your president son? I guess he would be called the first son, that his father brought Christmas back, and um, people. Who did you hear that phrase? Did you
I
see
did
what?
not hear that, but I could see him saying it.
I mean, an idiot. I was like, well, who stopped saying Merry Christmas? He said it was against the law, or woke people said we don't say Merry Christmas. Some people say Merry Christmas, but some people say Happy Holidays, and we say Kwanzaa.
They want to get us into those culture wars,
Yeah,
and
yes,
and the key is we can't bite. We have to know exactly what we're trying to do, what we're protesting. It's like being out in them streets, but we're not going to be in them streets. We're going to be in their pockets, and we're going
yes,
to not spend our money with them. It's as simple as that. So if we keep it simple, I think that we can celebrate or reframe Christmas in the way that works for us and not for them.
absolutely. Because I was thinking about that when we was putting this together, and I said, so I haven't had a Christmas tree, and I used to like a Christmas tree, and I want this particular Christmas tree, and I just have not been able to give in to pay the amount of money for the certain Christmas tree I wanted. But I still do like decorating inside the house, and
Mhm.
I'm going to continue to do that. And, we're going to still celebrate. I think when all of our kids got, maybe in 12th grade, I believe that was the last year, we stopped really buying gifts for everyone. So it's
Mhm.
about, I think, 15 of us, and we
Yeah.
pull names. And so
Yeah.
we just, whatever name you pull, you give them three ideas of things you might want. We set a price, maybe $50, and it's changed that way. Man, have Christmas been so much fun and so less stressful
Wow.
since we started. Since we
You guys are
started doing it.
you're already reframing Christmas and not
Yes,
giving all of our dollars, because come January those bills are due. Period.
absolutely. And look, and I remember Christmas morning, one of my nieces had my name, and she might have waited too late to order whatever I requested. I can't even remember, but everybody was so stressed out. I said, look, this is why we did this. I don't need a gift today. We just did it because you guys say y'all want to do it. Why are you stressed? Well, we don't want you to be mad. Yeah, I'm not going to be mad. Okay.
Ooh,
We
wow.
have a 10-year-old. Now, of course, we have to buy for her, but even that, I mean, she's a little bit mature, so you know, I buy books, um, maybe a season pass somewhere, but those are the experience that we're gonna have to start doing Christmas, making Christmas a lot more. Let's get some ideas what we can do. We could
Yeah.
put the family, friends first. We could give time. I remember when we got up. My mother, we used to do metropolitan ministry in the morning with
Mhm.
her, feeding, um, going out to feed. So that was good. Telling stories. We got a good storyteller. Sharing meals. I don't like to do that. We could make we can make new traditions.
I
Um,
think that's true. And on that subject, I think my mother was giving us Christmases that she never had. I'm pretty sure of it because the Christmas morning was always extremely special. It was always
mhm,
filled with gifts. We had the Christmas tree, the whole 9 yards, army brats traveling everywhere.
mhm.
Um, but I think that the Christmas that she had, as she describes it, is more like the Christmases that we should be having, where we're not getting
Absolutely.
all of these material things, but it's more
Yes.
time spent with family. And they used to get, let's see, they used to get brown paper bags. And she said her
Yep.
mom used to fill it with fruit. So there's
Yep.
orange and apples and nuts and some little candy mints. And that would be, I don't know where they sat it because I don't know if they had a tree or not, but for the most part, that was a very special time, and it was less material and more grateful for the natural things that one makes up for the next person. And
Listen,
I'm suggesting that we move in that direction rather than in the direction we've been going.
I I I swear to you that I was just having this conversation with my girlfriend, telling her my grandmother, my dad's mother, and my dad too. So for Christmas, he went way out. I mean, we had everything. And I probably did the same thing with my daughter up until maybe 8 or 9 years old. And then I
Mhm.
realized, yeah, she doesn't even, you know, she wants this stuff for a little bit. She has so much stuff for Christmas. I could give it her new stuff for New Year's, for Valentine's Day, and Easter, all from Christmas stuff that she didn't even she forgot about or she had too much, didn't open,
Yeah.
and I
Hello.
recycle it.
Mhm.
But my grandmother, now she had many, many, many grandkids. My dad, mom, and that's what we would get. We come over, she got your brown paper bags, or it used to be a stocking, and she would have just all type of fruit in it and a silver
Mhm.
dollar. She went to Vegas every year. She gave everybody a silver. We're gonna get a silver dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I keep
and
keep
and
that in
and
mind.
we
Keep
look
that
forward to that.
Yeah, but keep that in mind, that silver dollar. And I think there's some value in um, giving money to our
Yeah,
kids and teaching
yeah,
them the value of that, but also
yes,
maybe even opening up accounts where you take them down to the bank and they get to open up accounts. There are different things that we can do to celebrate these holiday seasons. I'm sorry, we're cooking in the kitchen if you hear noise. But so making gifts, art and crafts and stuff like that, at cooking, music, writing letters, all of those things help to reframe what Christmas is. And since it's October and we're about to get inundated with advertisements and sales, and we're going to get pushed into those stores. Resist. That's all I'm saying.
We got to resist. And you know what I was thinking? That we're gonna this year. I'm gonna have all kind of arts and crafts set up. My niece did a
Fun.
vision board for the first time, so we're gonna do something like that.
I
Usually,
love
we're
that.
gonna. Yeah, I think that'll be good for all of us to get together, and we could do a vision board for what we're looking forward to, maybe in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, we have a 10-year-old, so we'll see what um, come up with some ideas for her. And of course, we always play Pokino. We just like to get together,
Okay. Okay.
and that is what. And you
There's
know,
that.
that's a
There's
lot of
that.
less stress for everybody.
There's that Pokino thing, but okay. I won't
We're
be
gonna do
over.
we're gonna do something different. I'll invite you over Christmas evening, and maybe we will have desserts or something.
Usually what my family gets together on Christmas Eve. But as you were talking, it just popped in my head that I can do a little paint party with my sisters, brothers, whatever. We could all come here,
Mhm.
there with their wives, and we can just do a little art kind of paint and sip
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Christmas Eve, and then we can gift them to someone. But what I guess the point we're making is, let's get creative. Let's make sure that we are celebrating presence, being there, rather than presents, material things
Yeah,
under the tree.
yeah.
I would love, love, love to see and hear stories this Christmas about how Black families found a new way to celebrate. Or excuse me, it's not a new way, because there were times when we ain't had no money, right? Our ancestors, what have you, and they brought in
Well,
Christmas in the way that I think we ought to be bringing it in,
our children
especially
don't know
for
that.
this time. Say it
Yeah.
again.
As our children don't know that those years, but we should be able to introduce to them something different moving forward.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm. And you know, we got to remember to support our neighborhood business, our local artists. We could buy from Black-owned artists, Black-owned brands, Black-owned business. Um, the Black Business Bus Tour, of course, is doing their annual. Well, it's not an annual. They doing the Black Christmas again this year,
Mm-hmm.
and we just got to make sure we're circulating our dollars in our community,
Yeah,
and we can
yeah.
start Black Friday in our community.
That's true. And on the circulation, isn't it a statistic out there that says black dollars circulates no more than 6 hours, compared to maybe the Asian that might take, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks before it leaves their community, but ours stay in our community maybe 6 hours,
A
if
couple of
that.
weeks, I think. I thought you was gonna say a couple of days, a couple of weeks.
Well, it's quite a while, because they
Yeah,
have they spend their money with themselves. They spend
right.
it amongst themselves, and I think that's the whole thing is, we have enough Black businesses, and I think we're going to have even more next year, that we can circulate our dollars a few times before it gets out into the general population. And this is an opportunity for us to demonstrate that circulation of our money. But I like the fact that you're saying shop Black. That's number
Yeah.
one. And then
Hmm.
shop small business. What we're saying is, stay out of the big box stores. Um, Shop Black as your first choice, and then you can shop small businesses, but stay out of the big box stores. That's where we'll show the impact of the Black dollar, if we find alternatives for shopping. Now, number one, we think you ought to stay home and make stuff, and create experiences with your family, or new traditions, as Mona said earlier. um, but if you want to go out and buy gifts, Shop Black. She mentioned the Black Business Bus Tour for those in the city of Tampa and Hillsborough County. But then shop to the small businesses. There are markets on the weekends where small business owners are selling some really, really cool things that would make great gifts and stocking stuffers. Restaurants is another thing. Restaurants, Black restaurants, y'all gonna need some gift cards for those stocking stuffers.
So
M&R Catering needs to have gift cards so that we shop Black and that all of the businesses can participate in this holiday season resistance.
sure, sure. Everything that we do, like I get my nails done at Perfect 10. I have gift certificates that people buy. They want to buy a certificate for their grandmother or their mother. We have those.
Your nails always look great, by the way. I just need to say that because I'm like,
Thank
I
you.
was going to paint mine, at least paint them to make them look, but I said, I'm not going to copy Mona. I'm just fit to do what I do. But your nails look great every single week.
Well, I go to Perfect 10. They've been doing my nails since I think Perfect 10 opened up in either 81 or 85. I can't remember which
Wow.
one. But,
Where are they located?
they're on Martin Luther King, right across from the funeral home, Aiken's Funeral Home. In
Okay,
that
I know where
plaza.
that is. I know where that
Kim
is.
Plaza. I can't remember the name of the plaza, but right across from there. So Kim, her sister Lynn does mine, but I don't
They
have
need
any
gi-
tips
Yeah,
or anything.
they need gift cards.
Yes,
Definitely
but she
need
has
gift
certificates.
cards.
She has certificates and everything.
Okay.
So we can do all of these things. So I just had a birthday, right? And one of my girlfriends gave me a gas card, right? And I was like, okay. And so Monday is when I fill up, and I was leaving. I looked down and said, "Oh, okay. Let me go in here and find my gas card because I got my gas card." Now the gas card isn't, but it is at a place that I get my gas from, so it was perfect. So these things, giving people what they could use. Because
Need.
most of the times, what do we get? I have to regift most of the stuff.
Okay, remind me not to get anything for you because you're gonna regift it. But yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
because I'm very, very minimal and simple. So,
Yeah.
um, like you, what if I got you something? I mean, what
No, I tell my
you got
family,
what you want.
and
You
I
have
tell
what you
people,
want.
yeah, it's like, do not buy me anything. If somebody pulls my
Yes.
name, do not buy me anything because I
Mhm.
usually have to either regift, as you say, or I have to just hold on to it until I can just get rid of it.
Mhm. Now, people who know me, I love trouser socks. So, certain people who know me, they know what to get me. But it's very, But you give me a gift card to M&J, M&R restaurant. I go there all the time.
Hmm. And you need
You
a
know,
gift card there because
and I can use
food
and
is
I can
good,
use
but
that.
it is
You
what?
you give me a gift card to Perfect 10 to get my nails done. I could
Hmm.
use that.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
now you give me candles. I have so many candles here. I could give you one. We have them
Hmm.
everywhere. But if you give me one, this is good too. And we got to find somebody like that makes candles because I get
I'm pretty sure. Now talk to Candy Lowe. She probably knows who's making candles, who's making soaps and things like that. So,
and yeah, and selling those. I bought earrings Saturday
mhm,
for one of my niece for a stocking stuffer because I know she liked those.
yeah,
Um, we was at the festival Saturday for
okay,
$5.
excellent. That's great at the
Yeah,
Sankofa Festival.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I just think that you got to give to good causes, folks. If you're going to reframe Christmas and maybe even learn more about Kwanzaa and focus on that with your children. Um, give to good causes, food banks, community groups, build community resilience. We can take this time in Tampa to all focus in and start building community resilience instead of feeding the corporate profits. We need to make an intentional move. So every dollar we keep in the community for longer periods strengthens us. It's us that we need to focus on. Every tradition we reclaim takes power back from the corporations. Every purchase from a Black business is a money move, a modern act of resistance. So
And I like that
mhm.
saying, money move, a money move.
Yeah, I
We're
do
gonna have to
too.
start. We're gonna have to start using that. And you know what? We started maybe about, I don't know if it was during the pandemic, but the Black business team, we started
Mhm.
Kwanzaa, and we do it on Zoom. Um, I think this year I'm going to try to get our family all involved in it. Our young people need to know
Yeah.
the 7 principles of Kwanzaa.
I think that's a good idea. I need to do the same because I don't think I've ever really seriously participated in such a way that the plan was to adopt it as a tradition for the family. But yeah,
Yeah, every year. Kamitra, she's really good, so she hosted it every year. Did the research, and we did it every year. And I think it's like we do it at 7 o'clock, something like that, right before it gets dark, right when it's getting dark, something
so
like
you
that.
know
But
that means we got to have Dr. Kamitra on sometime in December so she can
yes,
tell us what to do to make that thing happen. But
yeah,
y'all, let's make the next 78 days a season of resistance. Um, so here's what it means. Let's view this Christmas as a moment in time. It's Black people drawing a line in the sand, saying, okay, we're going to draw this line right here and we're not crossing. Um, boycotting Target or Walmart is not about deprivation for you or your family. It's providing for your family. It's about saying and telling them, them, Target, Walmart, big box stores, you don't control us. You don't control our joy. It's us reframing Christmas. Again, we're not canceling it. It's us reframing Christmas. So, and we can do this with other holidays as well, but it's us reframing Christmas. This way is a modern day strategy for survival and dignity. Think about that. If we are able to shift the culture around Christmas, it's what we do. We've always shifted culture around things. This is an opportunity to do that now. So, what happens if millions of Black people hold the line? You're going to see the retail market panic. The corporate will likely want to pivot. That's why I say they're going to start slashing prices on everything and really begging you guys or us to come into those stores. We begin a new narrative of what Christmas means in this country, and Black people are shaping the culture yet again. And right now is a good time for us to be shaping the culture. You know, I just heard the other day, Mona, um, that Black folks have really shaped the culture, not just for this country, but for the entire world. And you
right,
see
yeah,
that when you see Japanese children dressed in the what do they call it, the hip hop garb, and they're singing the
mhm,
way we do. But we have
mhm.
shaped the culture around the entire world, and no other culture has done that.
No, no. And when we look at our urban youth, music,
Yep.
from jazz to blues to everything, Yeah. Boy, I tell
It's
you,
us.
we can't have anything, can we? But listen, you said something that imagine instead of billions flowing into Walmart, and maybe not billions will be circulated in the black neighborhood, and let's just try to get to millions, okay? And and we keep saying we got to make some changes. We see what's happening in DC. We see what's going on in the world. We got to make some changes. And the first thing I was thinking about, I think I heard it on the news the other morning, or maybe it was on I don't know, talk radio station. Try not to get in debt. Let's try to pay these credit cards down, spend cash for the holidays. This way, interest rate is going up. We need to be trying to pay down credit cards, um, and not getting further in debt with the economy being so uncertain right now. So
Yes.
that, you know, and then, let's circulate that money into our neighborhoods, into our local shops, and into family ventures. Now that's resistance, that's freedom, and it prepares us for the politician impact we're going to have come November the 3rd. If we want to let these people know that we are serious, all they're going to have to take a look at the data, and they can say, what is going on here? This trend, these people, look, they're not spending money. And it lets our local politician know, our state politician know, and, our national politician know that, look, if you, we're going to have demands. We're going to have demands moving forward. And we've already showed you how we're going to resist, how are we going to move. Hopefully, most of us by November, we have became independent. I was speaking to a Republican the other day, and
Uh-huh.
he said he was a white Republican. We'll see. I'm gonna look him up because he said he was going to go and register as an independent.
Really?
Yeah, said he was a little frustrated with what's going on.
A little.
A little.
Well,
But he's a Republican, it's and he's going to be hit a little bit, but not as hard as the average Republican. He'll be okay, but he
he
is a
he will
little.
he will likely be okay. So we're really
Yeah,
talking to our black brothers and sisters, because there is so much that's going on that's hitting us as black people. But this is an opportunity for us to demonstrate to the rest of the country, the rest of the world, that black Americans can move different in such a powerful way, that we are impacting the markets, which is the example of how we might be able to, how we will be able to impact the
hmm
elections.
hmm hmm
So let me talk about how this aligns with the upcoming election on November 3rd next year. So just as our dollars carry weight, so do our votes in the Democratic electorate. Think about this, guys. And I want to pull up really the numbers of population. So this chart right here pretty much shows us that the white population is around 57.8% of the population right now. And we are, according to this, we're that dark bluish color. We're at 12.6% of the population. And this is an estimate as of 2024. Hispanics are 18.9%. Right? So they're 18.9%, Asians at 6.2, and 4.5 at other. And when we look at other, we're looking at a lot of people who used to be black but are now claiming to be mixed. So keep that in mind as well. So those are kind of
Oh,
our numbers as well, as far as I'm concerned. So we're not going down, we're actually going up. So if we look at this, so if we are actually 13% of the population, and we are about 24% of the Black voters for the Democrats. That's huge. We almost double our proportionate level of the Democrat vote, and I think we need to look at that. We could be better, but we're pretty damn good. I think that's what I'm saying. So this means that we're doubling the rate. By contrast, whites make up around 57 to 60% of the Democrat voters, and we're just talking about Democrats and those who voted, I think, around the 2020 election. They are 59 point, they're about 61% of the population right now. That's why they're so worried, because they used to be around 80% about 50 years ago, and now they're at 61%. This is what concerns them. They voted about the same rate at 60%. So there's nothing really earth-shattering about them overvoting for Democrats. And it's one of the reasons why the Democrats need Black voters as much as they do, because of the fact that we're voting almost double our representation in the population. And then you have Hispanics, and at 13% of the Democrat vote versus their population representation, at 19%, and Asians around 5%, and they vote at a 6% rate. I think the key here is Black voters are key for the Democrats. And if we can move those numbers up to get back some of what we might have lost, the significance of what it is that, or the kind of impact that we could have, is just astronomical. And it needs to be demonstrated right now. I'm going to tie it right back to how are we going to show folks how we move in this holiday season, and we take that same level of participation and we show that, or we demonstrate that, or they can expect that in the upcoming election. So I really want us to figure out how to move better together. And this is an opportunity for us to practice that.
We got to show up the same way we show up at the polls. We could show up at the register or not show up at the register this Christmas. You know, our wallets are our protest signs and a sign of power. So we really got to buckle down, grow up, and get serious now. Everybody that's ahead of their families, grandparents, me talking to my nieces and nephews, my daughter, my cousins, me telling my older cousins my age. We really gonna have to really make some different moves. And I believe it would be better for our race as a whole, because I know some people who be so stressed, still out shopping Christmas Eve. Come on, we don't have to do that anymore.
Christmas is stressful for a whole lot of people because they feel obligated to spend money.
Yes. And when you have kids, like say you have kids 3 and 4, buy board games. We love board games. Buy board games. Buy something that the whole family could participate. Do new things.
I think it's going to be hard for people to sit down with their children and say, this Christmas, we're not going to buy a whole lot of whatever. But I think it's necessary. It's necessary for us to start having those hard conversations. As we mentioned earlier, some 300,000 women, and they're targeting Black people in these professional jobs. So there's a lot of Black professionals who are without a job and will likely have a hard time in this environment to be rehired, because this administration is also targeting businesses and forcing them to get rid of their DEI policies and so on. And so affirmative action, all of that is gone. So if all of that is no longer applicable, it will be more difficult for these professionals who are being let go from these jobs to actually get reemployed. I think many of them will hang out their own shingle. We're going to see a lot more small businesses, Black-owned small businesses in the future. This gets
Oh yeah.
us ready. This gets us ready and focused on buying from ourselves and strengthening our own community. And it gets us back to where we were back when Central Avenue was popping. You know what I'm talking about? We had to buy from ourselves then. And in my opinion, we have to buy from ourselves again. We need to do that and demonstrate that, because it is going, if things keep going the way that they are, they will be shutting us out of employment. And it will be much harder for our children to get jobs unless we create our own. And we then have to support our own as well.
Sure. And think, ICE isn't here in Tampa, but throughout, I can imagine it's going to be interesting to see if they will have deployed ICE out in the city during the holiday. See how that, you ain't got to worry about getting arrested or deported. Nothing for us, but stay home, be safe. Start
Stay
shopping
home.
early. Start shopping early. Decide what you're gonna do.
Right. Create
Um,
78
yeah,
days. We have 78
78
days
days.
to really make that
Start
happen.
preparing. Start preparing now. Pull names by one ticket item. Set a price, a maximum that you want to spend, and we don't have to spend that much. Spend $50, $100. You could buy a good gift.
Yeah,
But
I
look,
like your idea of exchanging names and
mhm,
buying one gift. And then I would add on to that, shop Black or shop
shop
small.
right.
Stay out
Yeah.
of the big box stores. I don't care what they say. And if you have to go to a big box store, there are stores that said, we're keeping our DEI, we're keeping our
Mhm,
affirmative action, whatever. Find those
mhm.
stores like Costco. We shop now at Costco and we shop at BJ's.
Oh, BJ's.
Um,
I was gonna say BJ's. That's where I go.
yeah, we shop at BJ's as well, because they pretty much still um, embrace Black people from an employment standpoint, what have you. And we have to be more intentional about where we're spending our dollars. That's all I'm really
Sure.
saying. And there's
Yeah.
enough information out there to tell you who is who.
Right. Right. Look, I don't understand how we could continue to give our money to people who said, F you, but I'm gonna take your dollars. So that's where we at. But look, this holiday season, we aren't we are not suggesting we boycott Christmas, because I do think it's a joyful time of the year. We are suggesting that we reframe it, and in doing so, I like how you came up with reclaiming it. And
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest that we learn about and celebrate Kwanzaa. I'm going to see if this year, if we could do Kwanzaa, if Kamitra will do it. And I can't remember how we did it. I don't know if it was on Facebook or Zoom, but we could do it on Zoom, no, on Facebook, and have it open to everybody.
I would love that. If every
Yes.
day, oh, that would be
And
really
and
an awesome thing.
I maybe we'll pull her up, and for we can make sure if she decides to do it, because you have to have the candles that we need to. We light candles every day, so you
Yeah.
need your candles and get prepared. And so
I love that.
everybody is at my house, so we have my house going on. So yeah, it could be really nice,
It's
and it'd
sort of
be
like a community Kwanzaa, and if we're doing it on, let's say, Zoom, we can have like 100 families, 50, 100
yeah,
families that are
yeah,
tuning in every day to light the candle and to learn. That would
yeah.
be really
And
an
it's about,
awesome idea.
yeah, it's about 20 minutes. It's
Okay.
about 20 minutes.
So let's work that out with Kamitra, Dr. Kamitra Edwards, folks.
Right.
So this new resistance doesn't need marching orders. We're not telling people what to do at all. Just like when we decided not to, after the election, to hit them streets, we didn't really go out and say, "Don't hit those streets." If you hit the streets, you did, but there seemed to be an understanding, a blanket understanding across the nation that we were not going to be out there protesting. And I don't know how that happened, but it did. And I think that because of that, it made it difficult for the president to move on some of the objectives that he wanted to do early on. And that was called
Mhm.
martial order, because Black folks stay
Mhm.
out of the streets. He didn't know what to do when
Yeah.
white folks were in the streets, but he was planning what he was going to do with us. So
Yeah.
so we need to understand that there will be no marching orders on this. It's a matter of you in your own homes deciding how you're going to participate in this resistance. It just needs you to be aware. And this is the start of that awareness. And hopefully you'll spread it and you'll get others in your circle of influence to follow along. So we want you to know, and then we want you to act. We want you to focus on family, friends, and economic sustainability. The times ahead in 2026 are not going to be easy for a whole lot of families. So we can also be helping families that are going to have lost their jobs or will lose their jobs. Get ready for sustainable living in 2026. So give your family a fighting chance in the new year. Give love, give time, put your decorations up from last year. Don't go out there buying a whole lot of new stuff. And
Yep.
if you give gifts, let them come from your own community. Try to support even when it might be inconvenient. So it might be real convenient for you to run down there to Walmart or Target or whatever else. Try to get out to the markets. Try to get out to the Black Business Bus Tour. Try to go online and look for Black businesses that you can support. Shop early, as Mona mentioned earlier. We have 78 days before Christmas and 79 days before Kwanzaa.
Wow. Look, we could make this very stress free if we start early, if we start talking, if you have young kids, if we start talking to our
I
young kids.
agree.
As mothers, we should be able to convince our children we're going to move in a different direction,
Yeah.
and make it exciting, and just doing things with the kids. Christmas doesn't belong to, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon. I don't want to call the young man an idiot out there a week before. That had to be last year. Out there a week before
Crazy.
a step before Black Friday. And listen, if you need a TV, you don't need it right now. They will have those same sales, and the best sales are after Christmas anyway, because anything they didn't move, they have to move it then. So generally, they're going to have TVs on sale for, what's the big football game?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. God, I don't watch the Super Bowl, but they do. I think they generally have these TVs or whatever, electronics and all these things, and buy what you actually just really need, not because my daughter. Oh no, I just need a new. This is old. If it's working, it's working. You don't need it. But look, like you said, go to small business, the local market. The one in Ybor City. It's one in Ybor City. I think it's once a month.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
No. Ybor City is every single week. My
And it's every week.
nonprofit, yeah, my nonprofit sells honey there, which is a great gift, by the way.
That's a great gift.
Um,
Yeah.
but in all seriousness, there are markets everywhere, every week. Some are monthly, some are weekly. But just support the small businesses. There's a lot of really cool things that need to be in your under your tree and in your stockings this year. But TVs, go check out the TVs at Costco and BJ's. They got TVs, and they're probably going to be on sale. Huh?
And they probably better quality anyway.
Yeah, they're probably going to be on sale. Don't go to Walmart or Target or whatever else, or even Best Buy. Go to the BJ's and Costco, and what the market will tell you, the TV, the news, all of it will say, whoa, look at the sales for Costco and look what's going on in BJ. And they're not going to be able to track the small businesses as much, but that money that they say that Target and Walmart and all the rest lose, they know it went somewhere. And so we just have to figure out how to use our power. That is our superpower. Spending money is our superpower. 1.6 trillion every year. It grows a little bit more. Our spending power is 1.6 trillion per year. This year, that's what's estimated. We're going to spend that kind of money. Most of the shopping for wants, as Mona pointed out, happen in the last 3 months of the year. You have a superpower right now that you can exert, and you're going to get a lot of recognition if we can do it. We're going to get a lot of recognition if we can do it.
And they have Cyber Monday, and I was just thinking about that.
Same thing.
I'm gonna get a list of all of our Black-owned cyber stores that we could support for Cyber Monday, because anything that we want,
that is going to be important.
Yeah, we should be able to find it from people that look like us.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a site where people can just go in and add, oh yeah, this business and that business, and just put the business information in. There must be a directory somewhere. Hey, anybody out there that's doing it or know of someone who's doing it, that it's collecting?
No, it is a directory. I had it once, so I'll just.
I know, but it's got to be easy, convenient, and everybody can access it online. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, it's online.
Yeah.
So I have to find it and
tag it on.
We'll be putting it in the description. When I find it, we'll be just adding it to the description on Facebook.
Yeah.
And YouTube. Okay.
That's great. That'll be great.
And we start preparing now. I can remember when my daughter was small, probably by October, I already had what she was going to have for Christmas.
Well, that's great. I've already pulled my, we are going to put up the Christmas tree this final year, because we're not going to do it next year, but we're going to do it. But I'm closing down my storage unit, and I'm pulling all my stuff back out, my paintings and all this other stuff and all of my paint stuff, because they went from around $80 a month to $144. And I'm like, you got to be out of here. You got to be kidding. So I'm like shutting that down. So the Christmas tree is here, ready to be put up in a month or so. But they're out of their minds. Y'all, prices are really rising.
And if everybody was to pull back, they would have no choice but to put those prices back where they were before the pandemic.
I was like, they are crazy.
For the prices to be going up the way they've been going up, and people's income isn't keeping up.
That's right.
We already know. Tico was out here the other day because I got my bill, and my bill is usually always, reasonable, because I don't really care about the air. But I get a bill last month. I think it was the month before last, and it was ridiculous. So it's like, I'm not paying this. Now, if I use it, it's one thing, but then they're gonna tell me, we went up. Yes, I know you went up, but I didn't use this much of your electricity. I just did. I'm here by myself tonight, and guess what? I have no air on.
You don't have any air on. Oh, because you're
Well, I stay
because you're
cold, so I don't need air. I have the fans on or the windows
yeah.
open. I like the fresh air. And even when I came home today, I was laying on the sofa and I had the sliding door open and I was like, I got a little chill. So,
Yeah, I'm with you on not turning on the air. Right now I'm sweating, but not turning on the air. Usually I turn it on when I have family over. Then we'll
mhm,
turn on the air and make sure they're comfortable, because if we don't, they will call us names and call us
mhm,
out.
mhm.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how black people are.
Well,
So, but
my girlfriend was over. She stopped by and she says, and I just don't believe, because people don't believe it till they come over. If I do have the air on, it's probably 80, it's on the 80. And everybody says, what? But when you're
yeah,
downstairs and I have my ceiling fan on, I mean, you're comfortable. I don't want to be cold. I just,
I agree with
I mean,
that. I don't want to be
yeah.
cold, but in all seriousness, folks, we really have to be intentional. We want to, all of us, begin shifting from the street marches that we used to do and that we're not doing anymore, to money moves. You're right, Mona. I like that. Money moves.
Money
And
moves.
we need to build the Black economic and spiritual power. Um, I think that even us not going out there to protest in the streets after the election was somewhat spiritual. You know that painting where the black women, are having their coffee on and watching the country burn down.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something very spiritual about that,
Yeah.
and we
Just
all caught it, and we understood it.
drinking their coffee, sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
Some had their legs crossed, some had their legs
Hmm.
up, and it's like, yeah, uh-huh.
I
And
think
that
we
is what,
drink our coffee and watch the big bucks companies go down over the next two, is it 2 months, 78 days, month
78
and a
days.
half or so.
Yeah.
It's coming fast. We have 78 days to really have real impact. And they're going to come for you. They're going to do their best to get you into those stores. And maybe a few of you will go, but the vast majority will not go. And we will have the kind of impact that we're looking at going into 2026, which is going to be a very rough year for us. I see it. I see it coming.
Yeah, we can't
So
fall for it. I know some people, shopping makes them happy, and we're gonna have to find another way to make ourselves happy.
we're gonna have to give them where to go to shop. I mean, you can't just be shopping happy in Target. You can't be shopping
Well,
happy in
if-
Walmart.
yeah, because if you just want to spend money, yeah, fine. But and buy books this year. Buy books for people. I love books.
Yeah,
Buy books.
go directly. Our honey is online, right? We're
Mhm.
on Amazon. We're at Amazon, and I don't even want you to buy the honey off Amazon. Just see us at the market or go to our website. I really feel like we need to be more direct
Mhm.
with our customers, get to know them, and build them up. There's going to be so many in 2026 that are going to be hanging out shingles, and we have to start supporting that. We just have to.
Sure.
So
Sure.
it's going to be a great Christmas. It's going to be a different Christmas. It's going to be a Christmas where we're building community through resistance.
Yeah.
And I love
Start
it.
start getting your Christmas music together.
Mhm.
I still play the same. We have 2 CDs, like Christmas musics that
Um,
that we
did you say
play.
CDs? Did you really say
Uh,
CDs?
well, they're a disc. They're not a C. That's not a CD.
Either
But we have
way,
Christmas disc.
nobody is playing discs
I really
or
don't have to do it
CDs.
because I can do
Next,
it
you're
on.
gonna say you got an 8-track still. I know you got an 8-track
I,
player.
my dad had 8 tracks, and I used to love my 8 tracks.
I'm just
But
kidding.
but we could listen to all of that music on our Pandora,
Exactly.
like Christmas music. But I do like the two that we have. One is a Christmas from my mom's first lady, Lady
Mhm.
Banks. You have to listen to. I'm going to let you listen to that CD, but we
All
love that
right.
one. And
Yeah.
then we have
So that
another.
means, yeah, that means too, we're going to be planning some fun things on the show for Christmas and ideas that we hear about from people. Maybe we'll have people come in for shorts on little for a few minutes to talk about some things that help us build community around Christmas. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to the next 78 days. It's going to be fun.
I am too.
Yeah.
And then we
So
just have get-togethers at your house. Nothing big. Just invite family and friend over
that's it.
for the holidays. Yeah,
That's it. Do that. Drink
yeah.
lots of eggnog. So before we go, guys, we want to make sure to stay connected with you. We want to build community over the next 78 days, and we are going to try to make it a lot of fun and very relevant to building community. And some of you will ask that talk to us. We'll ask you to come on and talk about how you're going to build community. So we need you to join our Facebook page at We Are Black Independents to keep that conversation going and to share how you're making your own money moves this season. We need a t-shirt that says money moves, Black
And look,
Independent.
you could buy a mug for Christmas. Give this
That's true.
Black Independent mug to someone.
That is
And
true.
these, how much are they? Because they're very reasonable. I just don't remember how much.
They're 15.
Yeah, yeah,
15. Yep.
yeah.
So
A
y'all
gift
don't
under
forget.
$20 tops is really good.
Yeah,
So and we have T-shirts as well.
we do. And I'm wearing the t-shirt tonight. Usually I'm the one that's not wearing it.
I
But now it's
know, I know.
Mona tonight. So don't forget also to subscribe to our YouTube channel because yes, you can buy the t-shirts on Facebook right now. If you go to We Are Black Independents, you'll see in the what do they call it? The pinned area, you'll see the t-shirts. But we will be selling them on YouTube as well when we get 500 subscribers. So we really are asking you to go on YouTube and subscribe. You're probably on YouTube now, so
Help
subscribe,
us reach our
subscribe, subscribe.
help us
So
reach
you
our
never
numbers.
miss it, huh?
Help us reach our numbers.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's all I have. Anything else,
Well,
Ms. Mona?
yeah, I thought of one thing. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys, we could do all kind of things. I'm gonna do a competition or so. I don't know how, but I'm gonna put this out to the family. Um, I want them by Christmas to have moved from the Democratic Party and be a registered independent. And maybe we'll have inside of our immediate family,
Oh,
I have a raffle or something or a gift or something for those
yes.
who have done that. But
Thank you
fun
for
little things. I'm
yeah,
gonna think of
that's
all
really
kind
cool.
of things.
But let me
I'm
let
gonna
me
think
let
of
me
all kind of things that make this Christmas very special and very
very
we're gonna read
community.
their
Very
community.
very community where we come together. But here's some good news. Um, I saw a poll on Facebook, but from Nikki Fried, who is the
Oh yes,
chairperson of
yes,
the
yes.
Democratic Party here in
They
the
see the
state of
writing on the
Florida.
wall. Hmm.
They are now asking in the poll whether or not they should have an open primary, and they're going to talk to the Republicans about it as well. But an open
Hmm.
primary that allows independents, that's us, to
Yeah.
vote in the primaries.
Hmm.
They can see that people are migrating to independent, and
Yes.
that's exactly what we're suggesting that you guys do. And so they also know that they are going to have to appeal to the independent party, And the subset of the independent party we're suggesting is the Black independent, which is similar to Twitter and Black Twitter at the time when that was going. We can create a powerful voting bloc, and they're already paying attention to, they have to start paying attention to the independent party because people are moving in droves enough to get their attention at this point. So I like your idea.
It has the independent party. I think they said has doubled in the last 6 years.
Oh, I'm not surprised. It is right. It's like a third right now in terms with with the Republicans in the lead. But it's a third roughly. And that's significant. So we want you guys to know we're not canceling Christmas, but we're not canceling the Democrats either. We're just saying we need to find a way of having conversations with the Democrat where they take Black votes more serious. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that was a good topic tonight.
Yeah, I really, it's timely as well because there is, this is October, November, bang, we're in December. And we can start impacting the markets early rather than later because people have already started shopping for Christmas. So, all right, you guys, until Sunday at 6 p.m., we will, anything that you guys also are interested in hearing, hit me up, hit Mona up, and we will talk about it and see how we can make sure that we are also talking about things, subject matters that are pretty relevant to you and important to you. All right.
Absolutely.
Now,
good night, Facebook, YouTube.